You'll tell me. Shalom. Thanks for joining me. I wanted to speak for a moment about a really special opportunity that we have in our congregation this year. This year, for the Yamim Noraim, the high holidays, we'll be using for the first time the Mahzor Lev Shalem. It's the new Mahzor, new high holiday prayer book that's been published by the Rabbinical Assembly. It is really a unique Mahzor, and different from the ones that we've been using in the past. I would say, truthfully, it is really the Mahzor for this generation, for the people who fill the seats at our congregation and at conservative congregations all over the country. What I'd like to do in just a few minutes that we have is give you a little bit of a tour, talk to you a little bit about some of the special features, the unique nature of this Mahzor, and why it's going to be a great addition to our Yamim Noraim services. First of all, the Mahzor Lev Shalem has the full Hebrew text of the Mahzor with special piyutim, special poetry unique to the high holidays, as well as a new translation. You'll note that the translation is gender neutral when speaking about God, also reflecting an egalitarian spirit, which is so important for our congregation and throughout the Conservative Movement today. You'll also find more directions in terms of the actual prayers, when to stand and when to sit, when we bow during the Amidah, and other notes like that. And for the rest of our little tour, I'd like you to come with me as we open up the Mahzor and we look at the different pieces on a page to show how the Mahzor is laid out in a unique and special way. Here's the Mahzor Lev Shalem as it's opened up, and we're looking at the second bracha of the Amidah during the Musaf service for Rosh Hashana. You'll note that the Hebrew text is here on the right, and the translation is here on the left. You also notice that there are red letters throughout. At the top here you have instructions in red, but also significantly for the Mahzor, you have further down on the page here on the English side, you'll see transliteration. There is precious little transliteration in the Mahzor that we've used in the past, but as a recognition of the people who are in our pews, in our congregation, that some will be able to read in Hebrew and some would appreciate a transliteration, most of the parts of the liturgy that are sung are transliterated in the Mahzor Lev Shalem, and I think that'll be appreciated by many. As I turn the page, we'll be able to see four parts of the page. Again, you have the Hebrew. This is the page of the Unatana Tokef, really one of the main highlights of the Musaf service on Rosh Hashana. Here's the Hebrew text. Here is the English translation. Very important for this Mahzor are the two parts of the page on the outer edges. On the right-hand side, throughout the Mahzor, what you'll find is a running commentary on the liturgy that will link us to biblical verses, to rabbinic sources, and to the history of the liturgy. For those who really want to understand the history of our liturgy and how it developed, this side of the page will give a tremendous amount of information. On the far left-hand side, you'll find a different sort of commentary. In fact, it's being called by the editors of the Mahzor a series of kavanot. These are readings and poetry that are meant to focus our attention on the meaning of the prayers themselves. They could be used even as additions to the prayers. You have poetry that comes to us from the Middle Ages, piyutim that perhaps are not part of the standard liturgy, Israeli poetry in Hebrew that was written originally in Hebrew, but you'll find it in translation in the Mahzor. These are words to inspire, to add to our prayers, and to assist us over the course of the days that we spend in synagogue on the Yamim Noraim. There's a wide variety of information in both the regular commentary on the right side and in the kavanot on the left side. And I think over the course of the day, people will find it very, very helpful. The Mahzor Lev Shalem is a great resource for our congregation. We might want to just ask as we conclude, why the title, Mahzor Lev Shalem, was chosen. Lev Shalem is a full heart. We come to the synagogue, and it's really interesting the way Jewish tradition looks at the appropriate state of our heart. We want to be able to offer our prayers with a full heart. And I think that the interpretations and the kavanot, the Hebrew text, the English text, and the transliterations all put together give us a very full opportunity to participate in the service. Perhaps a greater opportunity than many have felt in the past. It's why I'm so looking forward to being able to use the Mahzor Lev Shalem at our congregation this high holidays. I'll look forward to seeing you there. L'Shana Tova. A good and sweet year to you.